Alright, so today we're going to learn the corkscrew again, starting with the crossface, just like we did on Tuesday, except this time instead of our opponent starting on their belly, we're going to have our opponent start on their base. We're going to learn how to run it from there. So he's going to start with his two hands in front of the line and his two knees behind the line, and then I'm going to start in my regular position, and then I'm going to throw my crossface, grab the tricep. Now, one important thing to note is that when we do this, a lot of times wrestlers at all levels, they get their hips in front, and when I do that, a lot of times he can just grab my leg and drive and create a scoring situation for him. So we don't want to do that. So we want to make sure our hips are in a safe place where you can't try and take advantage of my bad position. Okay? So all I'm going to do is, just like on Tuesday, crossface, grab the tricep, pull it in. And I'm going to double up on his tricep by bringing this hand underneath his belly and grabbing the tricep again, pulling it nice and tight. Okay? And then if I can't pull him across and he's fighting real well, what I'm going to do is I'm going to block his knee. So if you can see my knee right here, I'm going to block his knee. I'm going to drag his upper body that way, across my knee. I'm just using my knee as like a block that he's kind of tripping his knee on. So like this, boom. And then right now he's on his side. I can lower my chest into him and drive into him in circle, or I can just stay right here, keep the elbows in and circle around, stay on my toes, chest to chest, and Mike is going to have a hard time getting out. And I can circle the other way, keep it nice and tight until he runs out of energy. Alright, so the next move we're going to show is when they kind of defend against the corkscrew. When I start to run the corkscrew, they're going to defend against it. So first I'll tell you how to defend against the corkscrew. So if I'm on top right here, I crossface, grab the tricep. The first thing he's going to do is he's going to peel with his left hand right away. He wants to peel, keep the hand, so that when he builds up, he has hand control and it's easier for him to escape. You don't want to let go of the hand if you can keep it, okay? If I get here and I pull it in right away, what you want to do is elbow your elbow into the mat, and yep, just like that, what Mike is doing, so that it's harder for me to pull it in. I can't get as much control and leverage over his arm and tricep, okay? And then if I'm trying to turn you, what a lot of people will do too is bring this knee up so that I can't really turn him, because this is an opposing force that's stopping me from doing that. So this is perfect if he does this. What I want to do for the crossface cradle, I want to post my hand on the mat right here, and I'm not going to bring my his knee to his elbow because his leg's stronger than my arm. So I'm not going to be able to do that. Sometimes you will, but generally you don't want to do it because it's a lot harder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to step this knee up, I'm going to lift his shoulder, and then I'll make him kiss his knee. And then right before I'm going to lock my hands, but I'm going to keep the tricep. I don't want to let go right here and lock. I want to keep that tricep so he can't resist as well. So I'm going to lock my own hand. Okay, make sure his knee is nice and tight. The tighter his knee is to his face, the less he can kick out. Okay. And then I'm going to switch my hips onto this side and hip into him, bring him to his back. All right. Notice I'm on my side, so my back's kind of exposed. But since I'm in control, he's not getting any back points. I'm getting the back points, and hopefully I can get the pin. Now what I want to do is, if he's fighting real hard, I can block. If he's trying to kick, I can block his knee, kind of take the energy out of him. And once he's tired, I can just put my knee in his side, right here, and my head in his temple. And squeeze real hard, and he'll hopefully put both shoulders into the mat. If he doesn't do that, at the very least, he'll get back points. And then real quick, if he posts up with his leg, I am right here. If you're the guy on bottom, and then you feel this cradle coming, you want to stretch out. So he's going to stretch out just like that, okay? And keep working to get hand control, work up to your base, and then work out, okay? So that's called the crossface cradle. And you can run the crossface cradle if they try to defend against the corkscrew. There's other ways you can set up the crossface cradle, but that's a good starting point. So practice the corkscrew from the base, from their opponent's base, and then practice the crossface cradle when they try and defend against it, okay? And make sure you're working, trying to defend against the corkscrew and the cradle, because we don't want to get pinned, because we lose. We don't want to lose, alright? See you guys next week.